Hello, hello. Um, Learning Godot today. Let's just go here and yeah. I don't know this very well, so I'm gonna have a video in the background. Hang on just a second. Okay, there we go. Hi. I'm gonna have a video in the background. I'm not having the audio play, but I'll kind of go over what he's talking about. I'm very new to Godot. I've mostly done Unity, and even then I forgot most of what I did in Unity, so let's just continue. Okay, so you have nodes, which are images, sounds, timers, animations, text. Interesting. It seems like it's like Unity, where nodes are actually just game objects, except timers and animations count as nodes rather than being something you have to put into it manually. Okay. Okay, so for the nodes, it looks like there's a player, sprite 2D, collision polygon 2D, laser timer, laser start position, and then you have, oh, these are what he has for his nodes. I see, okay. And I guess the laser timer and laser start position has to do with, well, I guess the laser. So, the one I'm watching, he's creating a spaceship shooter type game. I might try to keep up if they have, like, basic shapes. But if they don't, I might not be able to follow the tutorial. But I can mess around a little bit, because I don't have any sprites to work with right now, and I'm too lazy to get some. Also, it would be a little complicated to figure out where to go for it. So basically, you have the player, and then that has a bunch of things under it. We also have scenes. Wait. You can put a scene with nodes into another scene. Okay, this is complicated already. Oh. In other words, it's a class system. So it's gonna be hard to explain what I'm seeing here without a visual. But essentially, say you have the player in one scene, and under the player you have the sprite, the collider for it, and maybe you have the movement physics or something like that. Plus audio, I guess audio counts as under that. If you make a new scene, you could just put the player into that scene, and everything else involved in the play under the player before transfers over automatically, so you won't see it. It helps stay organized and save room, I guess. Cool. So each, in other words, scenes kind of work like classes. You could have each object in a scene with its own child objects or child nodes, I guess. And then you just put each item into one scene, and I guess for whatever reason, it organizes it into that one scene without showing everything under it. I don't want OBS to be showing right there. Okay, hang on. What did he do? Okay, it looked like he just clicked 2D up here. Okay. Guess that's the visual screen. I like that. So I can click, move mouse, or in middle click, I can also scroll. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Cool. Oh, I can have things follow a path, so tower defense games would be much easier in Godot. Yeah, we're gonna create a 2D scene. Okay. Yeah, what is that red cross? Oh. Okay. So I can move that, but there's no point in that. Okay. Oh. Do Control A. Okay. But the texture is empty. Okay. Okay. I'll do that. We have the Godot logo. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Okay, so apparently he has it in the description of his video. However, I'm working in a display. So I'm gonna head over here and I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get those sprites. Um, okay, they are definitely not in the description of the video. Okay. I'll just head right back here and continue there. Okay, he said just drag and drop them. I have this here. I suppose maybe I'll just drag and drop that there. Oh boy. And I have all this. It did mention that these sprites were under the Creative Commons license, which means I'm able to use them. It says they can be used for personal and commercial use. I probably won't release this game just because this is for me to practice. Even then, it's like I probably won't release any like version of it as a practice project. I think any practice projects, I don't think releasing those is what I want to do. But you'll see me make it. So you won't be able to play my version of it, which could go horribly wrong depending on how much I mess up. But, yeah. The audio, oops. He says, like, same thing for audio. For some reason, the audio is, in bonus. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Sprite 2D. We use playership 1 green. He used red. Okay. I'll call it player image. Nice. Okay, he's saying to save it real quick. I don't know if that's gonna show anything in the files, so let me... Okay, doesn't look like it does. Okay. It doesn't. We're fine. It brings up this menu. TSCN is apparently the Godot scene file name, so let's just save that. Okay. Okay, that just renamed it. Okay. Oh. We have a whole new scene. Because that's where the screen is, I assume. To what? A level. He's renaming it to level, so let's do that. Oops. Save. We now have two scenes. Let's go. Okay. Oh. Control Shift A. Nice. Wow. Cool. Okay, we want another sprite 2D. And then he's doing the background, so I think that would be in here. I'll do dark purple. All you have to do, if I'm correct, is swap it, yeah. Okay, so now he wants me to create a meteor scene, which would be enemy. Oh, nope. It would be... Uh-oh. Meteors, okay. I'm gonna click the plus here. 2D scene, rename, meteor. We're gonna go with a Control A, Sprite 2D. I want to take... I think I like this one, Big Meteor 3. And then we'll rename that to Meteor Image. And save it. Then all I have to do is go back to Level, Control Shift A, Meteor, open, and we now have the meteor. Easy. Okay. Yep, you create a new scene, node 2D, call it meteor, create a sprite 2D, choose a meteor. He chose the first one, I chose the third one. Then you have a meteor. Save the scene. Go to the level scene. Control Shift A. Yes. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it's not. See, what I did was I clicked level. Meteor is not a child of the player. Yeah, no, that's... If I had player selected, then it would become a child of the player. We're also going to rename that to background. I'm going to use skew. Click it and drag it. Oh, yeah. Cool. Oh boy, I don't know Python. Oh. Oh, I've been changing the position. Um, I'll just follow his tutorial and then I'll look into those later. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh. Okay. Hang on just a second. In his case, he's saving it to res scenes. Like, okay. Um, I would be saving it to res player. Okay, yeah. Okay. This is new. So ready is start, and process is update. Got it. Okay, and then if it was a 3D object, it would be node 3D. This is also kind of similar to C# so far. Ready, which is basically Unity start. And process, again, is essentially Unity's update. Except, I guess we don't need to do time dot delta time because we just put delta in here. Yeah. So it's easier a little bit. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll do the same thing he did, x100, y200. No. Oh. And we're gonna select level. Yeah. It's right over here. Yeah. That's because of what the code is doing. Okay. It starts from the top left. That's good to know. Okay. Okay, Okay, he's changing some settings again. He went uh project settings, window. He wanted to change this to 1260 by 720. Is it gonna make me restart or? Yes. So I have it as a square because if I do that, the stars kind of stretch. Actually, no, it's fine. Oh. And hang on a second. Here. Okay. Now if I hit play, ship flies to the right. Oh, that's funny. Okay. I gotta stop hitting that. Oh, I flew. Okay. Wait. I still have to add that? I was wondering why his ship was moving so much slower. Okay. I don't think I need to know the math there. Okay, let me see. Yeah, it's moving slower now. Before it was flying because my i9 is capable of that. Okay, what he's doing is he's duplicating the ship and, yeah. Now the ships are sliding over. Oh, okay, I see what he's saying. So essentially, if I were to duplicate the player and then run the same script, all of them would run at the same time because all of them are a part of the same scene. I could use get node to select a specific part of that scene. So he did get node or get underscore node and then in parentheses and quotation marks player image. Essentially, that selects the child of the player or just the player image. And then you could update the rotation. Okay, cool. Okay. So instead of using get node, I could just use that. And then say I want to change the rotation. Like that. It's seems simple so far. Hang on, what? Oh. Where's the search? And then I can I have actually no idea how he did it. Hang on. Oh, you go help, and then you go search help. Oh. Oh. Okay, he wants us to figure out how to get input, so we're gonna look at this. Okay. Okay, input handles, key presses, mouse buttons, and movement, gamepads, input actions, etc., etc. Void, mouse mode. So we have, action press, and then we have the action string name, strength, float. You can also get, joystick vibration strength. But it doesn't seem to say much about how it works. Because I see action press, and then I see action string name, strength float. But what I don't see is, like, key inputs. So I'm going to continue and see what he says about it. Okay. Oh, I see it. Hang on, hang on. Ah. Okay. If I hit play, if I hit down, it's true. If I let go, it's false. Ah, and I need a... Now when I hit tab here? Yes. Okay. So now if I hit play, nothing happens unless I'm hitting down. Okay. Change these back to pass. Okay. Okay, project settings, input map. Left, okay. A. Oh. Like A. Wait, hang on. I kinda do want to add a joypad. Joypad axis. Uh-oh. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh. So some are like Xbox, I suppose. Alright, well, I'm gonna do A and left, because it just makes most sense to me. Okay, so let's create an action for right, up, and down. Right will be D, or the right arrow. Up will be W, or the up arrow. Down will be S, or the down arrow. Let's turn that around. There was a bit of background noise there. Okay. Oh. Right. Yeah. Down. Oh. Oh, that's terrible. And then let's say print direction. Okay. 0, -1, +1, -1, +1. Nice. But if you notice you type both arrows, it slows down. There's a reason for that. It's because if you were actually moving the same speed diagonally, you'd be going faster than you should be. Okay, now we're gonna go position plus equals direction. We'll say movement speed is maybe 500 and then times delta. Not that. Play. Okay. Oh. Speed right there. Okay, what he's explaining now is that this would be a public variable since this is above all functions. This would be a local variable because it's inside of a function. It can't be used outside of the function it's in. Oh. I think I know what he's talking about. If we go to the player, yeah, that can be changed in here, the same way public works in Unity. Okay. Oh. So this time you do like that. Okay. That makes sense. I don't like it, but it makes sense. Oh, yeah. You could also do that. I think I like this. It just seems easier to read this way. What I did before, it would actually set the variable to whatever it picks up first, since this is a number that without a decimal point, it would automatically set it to an integer. But this is just a lot easier for me to read than having speed colon equals 500. We'll do one more, and then we'll call it a stream. Okay. Area 2D, static body 2D, character body 2D, and rigid 2D. Okay. Area 2D, which is an area, but it's good for detecting collisions. Static body 2D has collisions but cannot move. Character body 2D has collisions and can move via code. And then rigid body 2D is a physics. Has collisions and can move via physics. Okay. 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 Wait. Change type. Okay, he wants this to be a character body 2D. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're gonna replace that. And we're gonna use collision polygon 2D. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna put a point there, 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 there. Hang on. I'll allow like a little bit of clipping there. Okay, so right clicking breaks things. There we go. Okay, let's go back and see what he did. We'll do that. Set it level. Oh. I could just... Inside and level. Okay, put a collision shape 2D. He said we can just use a rectangle here. But, wait. Oh. Hang on. Something he did. Um. I don't see size in here at all. I see scale, but I don't see size, so we're just gonna go with that. It's still telling me it only serves to provide a collision shape to a 2D object in derived mode. Please only use it as a child of area 2D, static 2D, rigid body. Okay. Is a child of that. Oh, I see. Hang on. What I'm gonna do is hit Control A. I need a static body 2D. This goes under borders, and this goes under static body 2D. And now I see size. Let's delete that. Now I'll go with a collision shape 2D. Ah, yes, before I can do that, I need to put a shape in there. And then size is once again not a thing, so let's just increase it like so. Okay. I still have an issue here. Yeah, I still have an issue where it says consider adding a collision shape or collision polygon shoot 2D as a child. Is that perhaps because I never saved this? It is. Now if I hit play, I can still go through that. Okay. Velocity. Okay. Alright, let's try that. If I do that, now there's a collision. Hang on a second. He wants to duplicate the static body 2D, it looks like. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna duplicate that, move that over to here. We'll duplicate that. If I try to change it, it changes all of them. So we're gonna reset that, change that to rectangle, and then we will go like this. I have a good feeling that area collisions are better. Nice. Okay. Area 2D? I suppose we'll go with that, and then we'll change that to circle, because I can handle that. Okay. That doesn't work. I don't have any signals. Oh. In other words, it's a trigger. And we're looking body entered. Wait. Yeah, it's body entered, okay. And then okay. So we have to give it a script. Okay. Oh. Well, that's fine. I can just do that. Okay. Okay, let's go to level and hit play. I don't think I actually had to do that, but body entered. Cool. Okay. Okay, so he wants me to create a laser scene. Okay. Oh. Okay. So I can do a laser scene. It should be an area 2D, not a... Okay. um, we're gonna head over to here where we have, oh. Script none. Kinda wanna use the green laser. I think I like this one. Oh, you know what? Control A. We're gonna go with a sprite 2D. And then that's where this goes. Okay. Now we're gonna go with a... Oops. Not yet. We're gonna go with a, I wanna say a collision shape? I think a collision shape is fine. Actually capsule might work. And then okay. We're gonna head here. Save this as a laser. Now you want me to go to level, add a timer, and then I suppose I should add a script to that? Wait. Okay, that's true, that's true. We'll do meteor spawn timer? Or that. And then now I'll create that. Create. I think I'll delete ready. Let's look at create. I think that would work. Okay. What if I did, instantiate? That might be the better option here. I'm not sure. He said use signals to make it print every second. Oh, wait. Print a meteor every second. But This doesn't print a meteor every second. Okay, I suppose I'll go back to laser, create. I don't even think wait, no, I think I do. Let's create a script on that. Again, it's gonna be... I'll do default, and then I'll just delete these, and then I'll save that. Then I'll go back to here. Laser 2D, I want body entered, connect, and then there we go. Okay, timer, I'm not exactly sure about. Okay. He went with the red version of what I went with. Same thing I did. Good to know. Good to know is what I said. Exactly what I did. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. Okay, so let's disconnect any script from here. Apparently we want to add a script to level. Okay. Checks out. Oh. He wanted us to. Oh. I thought he meant like actually instantiating them. That's easy. Okay. I would have put it under the timer, not the level, though. I see the level might be easier to do. Um. Okay, a lot of things just broke. Hang on a second. Because now when I hit play, one, I can't move my spaceship back. That could be because of like a Control Z accident. Hang on a second. Yeah, I was hitting Control Z. Apparently that does that occasionally. The other thing is, I suppose I need pass here to make sure nothing happens. Okay, now if I hit play, it should be printing Meteor every time the timer runs out. If I go to Inspector, wait time is 1 second. Maybe I should watch further. What if it doesn't say it? Okay, I'm gonna go to the Be Right Back screen here, because I have to go back to the previous video and figure out exactly what happened. Okay. Wait time is 1 second. Alright, problem solved. Hang on a second. So, auto start over here when you go to the timer by default is off. I had to turn it on, and I guess one shot means it doesn't restart. But now if I hit play, every second it should start printing Meteor. Yes. Meteor. Okay, cool. That'll do it for the stream, however. I did say that would be the last one. Maybe I'll continue this next time, but tomorrow kind of reviews everything I've learned thus far in all aspects. It'll kind of just be me going on a rant and talking about things. I might change this to kind of focusing on all this in my free time. I'm not sure if streaming it is the best idea. It's not a bad idea either, but I'm noting that it's much harder to keep up when I limit myself to streaming it, and I have a lot of ideas. The biggest problem is that it would be very quiet if I did it this way. Yeah, and I'll definitely figure that out. I'll let everyone know on tomorrow's stream how that goes. I probably could put music in the background of the programming ones, although I do use YouTube a bit. I'll see what happens. I'll probably most definitely start planning a game, because it's one of the things that's a very large goal of mine, is making video games. I have a few ideas, few things I want to do. And so far, I want to say Godot seems easy with a bit of research. There's definitely more of a learning curve to Unity than there is Godot. But I think both have very, very good ways to learn. I mean, Godot having this entire search help right here, that's kind of insane. There's so much information on every single feature in here, it's actually super helpful. Even if some of it's extremely difficult to understand, or I wouldn't know what I'm looking at. Tween. I know what that is, kind of. Range about, yeah. But no, that's gonna be it for this one. I'll see everyone in the next one. And either that will be the end of the, I guess, 5-day learning period, or I guess, maybe I'll continue, I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is 1 day a week, I'll pick a time to kind of share what I've been working on or what I learned, rather than doing all of it on stream. It's definitely complicated to stream it, because it's difficult to know what to say. But like I said, I'll figure that out. I'll see everyone in the next one, and until then, goodbye.